Coming at you with another video, guys. Hi, what's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Okay, so I'm gonna start off with a bandana, tying it, well, wrapping it and then tying it around my forehead as a headband. And so we're gonna see what I get started with. That took me a really long time to get my hair tied. Okay, so I'm putting in my headphones, listening to music. Anyway, I'm grabbing some scar wax that came from a really cheap makeup kit that I bought. And because I wasn't prepared to do this video, so all I had was the back end of my tweezers, which is what I use to smear the scar wax on. So I'm going to take some scar wax, roll it between my fingers to get it warm, and then go ahead and stick it on down in a line down my nose. Now you don't want it to be super perfect because up at the top you're going to want to go ahead and move it a little, like have it like bulge so it looks like that's the part that's cut open most. You can put this wherever you want. I wouldn't mind to be at the top of my nose, so you're just gonna do that. So as you can see, I'm just blending it and making sure that it looks good because it needs to look good. So that's really all I'm doing. I'm just blending that in and making sure that it's nice, the edges are nice and soft, that they blend in with my skin really well. So I do that. Anyway, this makeup kit that I'm using, it's all makeup that I got from the Halloween section in Target or Target. So it's not like high-end makeup or anything. I'm a broke bitch. I can't afford stuff right now, so I'm buying everything cheap. So this look is really easy to recreate since I got everything from the makeup set from the Halloween section in Target. Target. I actually work for Target. Funny story. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in and blend that down, do both of the sides of my nose, and just continue to blend that in with the back end of the tweezers. I suggest using a popsicle stick or something. Of course, I didn't have one and I wasn't prepared to do the video, so I just did it with the back end of my whatchamacallit, my tweezers. Anyway, that scar wax, if you're gonna be buying the scar wax, make sure that you use powder on your fingers or something because it was sticking to everything. It was so hard to do this, and I would like start to like mush it in onto my skin and like try and stick it, and then it would come off. So it was definitely constantly not wanting to, it was a struggle to try and get this to stick on. So yeah, I mean, anyway, okay, so here I take some Master Fix clear or translucent powder, and I'm just dabbing it over. Hey, dab. You guys can't see me, but I just did a dab. Anyway, so you go ahead and pat some of that on to make it less sticky. And that's really all. Just go ahead and continue watching the video. I'll update you guys whenever there's more things I have to show you about, but basically I'm just doing that, and that's about it. Okay, so I'm taking a piece of index card and using it to make the hole down my nose, which is I don't know what I'm doing. I honestly don't know what I'm doing half the time, but yeah, anyway, so I'm making a line down my nose with the index card and then pushing it and wiggling it to make the cut per se a little thicker, a little wider. She's thick. Ooh. And I'm just making it a little thicker and then pushing it to raise the edges a little bit to make it look like it's a raised, I mean, it's a cut. It's going to be raised off the surface of your skin. So I'm doing that and making sure it looks, and then I'm fixing it because, like I said, the scar wax is a bitch and it doesn't want to work, so I'm having to reapply scar wax multiple times and fix it multiple times and wiggle it and move it, and just go buy the real thing. Go to a Halloween store or something and get the thing that's real. Don't try and be cheap and do what I did because it didn't want to work out. Okay, so here I'm putting powder on my cheek, drying off my cheek, and then rolling some scar wax out and starting to make that cut on my cheek. I just put one thick little rope on my cheek, squished it down, smeared out the edges so it would blend in with my skin, and then did the same thing with the card. Made a cut down the middle of it and wiggled it so it would have a little bit of a wider cut. And then from here I powdered it, and the next step is gonna be you're just going to powder everything, make sure it's not sticky or tacky anymore, and then you're going to make sure that you Just grab a paintbrush. Okay, so like I said here, I'm grabbing that color wheel, grabbing that black and that dark red, meshing them a little bit together, mixing them a little bit, and then painting red underneath. This is going to give it more depth and it's going to make the blood look more real. So you're going to paint red, and then in the corners and stuff, if you're able to, if you have a thinner brush, which is what I used, I'm just going to paint the edges of the cut black so it's deeper. And then I'm going to blend that in, and I'm going to do the same to the cut on my cheek. Pretty simple. I mean, this is a really simple special effects look. I mean, all you really need is scar wax, translucent powder, a color wheel, and okay, so here I saw this picture on Instagram that was kind of similar, and that's what I was originally gonna do. It was where you take a needle and make it look sewn up with thread. I decided not to do that. I decided just to leave it look all cut up. So anyway, I'm taking that fake vampire blood stuff and just dabbing it with a Q-tip and stuff. And then I'm putting it on a stippling sponge, or just a triangle sponge, and trying to make it look stippled. But since I don't have a stippling sponge, it didn't really work out. So here I'm using a Q-tip and taking that Q-tip and just dabbing it into the cut and into the nose cut to make it look like there's more blood on it. So I mean, it's pretty easy. And then I'm taking that blood and putting it at the top of the cut and letting it drip all the way down. By the way, I hope you guys don't hate this music. Like I said, I'm trying to learn how to make my own music because I kept on getting copyrighted. So hopefully you guys like it. I don't think it's that good, but it's not bad for my first song. So yeah, I'm just taking a small little, tiny little brush and putting a lot of really small dots on my face, since I don't have a stippling sponge. And that's gonna be the end of the look. I'm taking some blood, putting it at you don't have to do this, but taking some blood and putting it at the corner of my eye and just smearing it down. Really just do however you want. You don't even have to do it exactly the way I did this, but I hope you guys enjoy it, and catch you next video.